Today is October the 9th, 2010. This is going to be a video showing not only the old cutting, but the new cutting and destruction of the tropical forest here in Barrio San Lorenzo, Morovis, Puerto Rico. I'm walking up a hill, and you see there's no forest here. This forest has been cut out now for almost a month. Little by little, they take more of it each couple days. Today, they started working on an area that's more environmentally sensitive than in the past. This other forest is still intact. But as you can see, there's a stark difference between the two sides. It's two separate pieces of property. They've been cutting up even farther up the mountain, up into this corner. Right now, I'm going to show you a panoramic of the area. That's a panoramic of the area. There's the construction site below that is just a mud mess. And of course, the creek blockages. But today, they began a new campaign to destroy the forest. I gotta move this stuff out of the way. To destroy the forest that goes to a Riparian Corridor, where a very important freshwater drinking supply for my family and other families that live in this hill are dependent on. This is a small trail through the ravine of a dry creek that actually is not dry right now. There's actually water running in it. You can only just barely see it right now, though. It's buried. There is water running, though. Now you can see it. There's even water in here, even though it has been horribly blocked and covered all the way down the hill. This has been in some of my earlier YouTube videos. I talked about this spot. It's pretty close to where my fresh water supply is stored, which is now being exposed to the sun as they cut down more and more of the trees. These are my water tanks or cisternas, which were surrounded in beautiful trees. Now, no longer. The trees are being cut out little by little, and this area is being exposed. Up here in the mountain, this is a tala of plantain or platanos. So it's a plantain production area. It was pretty humble. Now it's about half of it's gone. Actually, a little more than half of it's gone now. You can see the valley below. This morning, I woke up to the sound of chainsaws. My tank never had this much algae. Now it does because the sun's hitting it. Algae is starting to grow. This morning I woke up to the sound of chainsaws. You can really see the mountainside has been cleared of all the forest. This was all lush forest before. It's now gone. Up here, as I come through this area, you're going to see the forest has been hacked out. This was also a forest in here that is now missing. Very difficult to walk. I'm walking through rocks. And here you can see large trees. I believe this is part of the acacia forest is now being cut down. They're clearing into this forest. This was a very pristine area in the past. You can see now it's being cut into also. This was some of the earlier photos I published on Panoramio showing this area. You can see a lot of mature trees have been cut out. This is the Riparian Corridor. This is very sad. Some very nice trees have been cut out here. And nobody is doing anything. I filed a lawsuit. Down here is a running stream It's a riparian corridor. It's always a bad practice to cut trees right up against creeks like this. It dries them out and evaporates the water. There'll be less water making its way to the rivers below now. It's important and critical this area be protected, but I can't get any agency to do anything, and the court seems to be dragging its feet on this issue that I've filed a lawsuit over. One of our local residents there. You can see by this tree, this was a nice, I don't know if it's a cedar, a type of tropical cedar. Very hard wood. Nice, mature. You see by my hand, it's a big tree. Here's the beautiful job they do at cutting. This hill was once tree covered, is now no longer tree covered. I can feel the temperature here is way high. And over there you can see the creek is now exposed, so I can, clear up here on the hill, I can zoom in on it, which before would have been very difficult to do. There's still some forest in there. Behind it there was another tala, but at least the owner knew better than to cut the trees along the creek side. This individual here, who apparently doesn't even have clear title, has just been going to town without being one bit stymied or slowed down by any agencies asking questions about the destruction or his intentions. As you can see, there's still some trees here, but apparently they plan on cutting all the way the left-hand side of this riparian corridor up. This is Bucana habitat. It has a lot of unique species of animals that live along here. Up higher, even supporting the native Puerto Rican boa constrictor. Lots of rare reptiles, the giant anole, Puerto Rican giant anole. A lot of animals depended on this forest, which is now being little by little destroyed without mercy. And here is the results. It's just a glorious sight. In the background down there is my house. So you can see why I can see everything that's going on. There's the valley below. Well, I don't want to make this recording too long, so I just want you all to think about what's going on up here. And please show your support by sending this video to as many people as you possibly can. I think if we can raise enough public awareness at the rapid destruction of the forest in such an important and critical area, we may be able to slow it down and maybe even start mitigation and fixing it.